Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Tuesday to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 4 of our Toronto Mounties franchise and we are taking on the 0-3 Houston Texans. We won last episode 62-3 against the LA Chargers, which I will have the link to the video in the description if you guys want to check that episode out. So, weekly awards, we got a surprise. And it's both on offense and defense today. The AFC Offensive Player of the Week was Juju Smith-Schuster with 7 receptions, 205 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the day. And Chris Harris Jr. had 3 tackles, 2 INTs, and 1 pick six. So the second interception was returned for a touchdown. However, this is what's pretty interesting. Juju Smith-Schuster from the episode before last had 11 receptions, 274 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So, and within the last 2 episodes, he had 18 receptions, 479 yards, and 7 TDs. So without further ado, we'll show you the uniforms, and we'll see you guys at kickoff. Alright, so the Houston Texans are going to be wearing their red alternate uniform jerseys with white pants, red socks, and red with white shoes. Now, for the Toronto Mounties, they're going to be wearing their white away jerseys with navy pants, navy socks, and black with navy shoes. So without further ado, we'll see you guys at kickoff.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans versus Patrick Mahomes and the Toronto Mounties.
Alright, now we're ready to return the kickoff. We got some Antoine Williams, the University of Pittsburgh product, ready to return this kickoff for the very first few minutes of the game. So he's going to return this one, breaks a tackle along the lines, and he gets stopped there at the 38. So this will be a 1st and 10. The Texas Tech product. Patrick Mahomes stepping onto the field for the first time in today's episode. The Super Bowl 54 MVP back in February of 2020 uses a running play. Even though this is a passing play, I still run the ball with Mahomes because he's a really good route runner. And Mahomes appears to be down and injured, so he should be able to return in this one. So this is going to be a 1st and 10. Ben Roethlisberger, he's going to throw this one out to Juju Smith-Schuster, and Smith-Schuster gets this one into the end zone for a touchdown. That was a 32-yarder, and this will be 7-0 Toronto. Alright, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. They're going to hand this one off to Melvin Gordon III. He only has a rush there, so he didn't lose nor gain any yards on that play whatsoever. So this is going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 35 with only 3:04 to go in the first. So they're going to hand this one off to Melvin Gordon. So now he's gaining some yards. So he only gained about 9 on that play. 3rd and 1. So they're going to likely pass the ball on this play. So supposedly they might just run it, and he loses a yard, so that will not be a 1st down for the Texans, as they will have to punt, and Cameron Bryant, the running back, the Slippery Rock University product, is ready to return this punt. And I believe this might be his first punt return of the season, as in a matter of fact. So he uses that juke move whatsoever. He gets stopped at the 17. So that was a 12-yard return there. So Cameron Bryant, we're going to run the ball using the Power O run play featuring Cameron Bryant, who you guys just saw return that kickoff, that punt return. And he breaks one tackle, breaks another, gets it down at the 34-yard line. So this will be a 1st down and 10. And we're actually going to use the Wassail pass play. And our primary receiver will be Rob Gronkowski. So Patrick Mahomes, he's going to fire this one deep out to Juju Smith-Schuster. He throws it too deep, and that's going to be an incomplete pass there. So this will be a 2nd down and 10. We're going to use a trail shake pass play on 2nd and 10. And we're at the 34. So Mahomes, he's going to fire this one out to Antoine Williams, and Antoine Williams gets this one into the end zone for a touchdown. That is a 86-yard touchdown, or maybe 66-yard touchdown, and it's going to be a 14-0 lead for the Toronto Mounties. All right, so we're going to use a man coverage on 1st and 10. Deshaun Watson steps back to pass. And it appears that Brandon Cooks claimed that reception, and he did. So 16 receptions, 251 yards, and a touchdown for him this season. So 2nd and 3 now. The Texans are using that I form. They're actually going to run it with Melvin Gordon III. He gets stopped at the 45 for at least a gain of 10 yards on that play. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. The Texans will probably make their final snap of the 1st quarter here in Houston. So they're going to make the final snap. They're going to throw this one out, and this will conclude the 1st. Toronto leads at 14-0. Deshaun Watson is 2 for 2 in passing today. So he threw both of his passes that he threw were completed. So this will be a 1st and 10. And they are going to run it, and I think he only gained lost a yard on that play, so that will be a 2nd and 11 now here for the Texans. So Houston, they claim a reception. I think they gain about 7 yards or so on that play. 3rd down and 4 now here for Houston. And Houston, they're going to step back to pass. And that turns out to be incomplete. He was pressured there, but he wasn't necessarily sacked. And this is going to be a 4th down and 4. So Houston, they're attempting a field goal. I don't know if they're going to make it. This one, and it's blocked. A blocked field goal kick at the 45. So this ultimately means they did recover whatsoever. But this is our chance to run the ball. So this will be a 1st down and 10 from the 45. Mahomes handing this off to Cameron Bryant. So Cameron Bryant, he gets stopped there at the 47. So this will be a 2nd down and 2 now. And we're going to use a PA jet sweep pass play on 2nd down and 2 from the 47. So Mahomes, he's going to step back to pass. He does not want to get sacked though, but he's going to fire this one out to Zach Ertz, and he claims that reception. This is his 1st touchdown on the year, 47-yard reception, and it's going to be 21-0 Toronto. So we'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. All right, 1st and 10 from the 44. 2-minute warning has passed. They're going to throw this one, and there is a hit stick fumble, and Chris Harris made that fumble recovery from... He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week. He had 3 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. So now he makes a fumble recovery after using that hit stick. So they're going to throw this one out to Antoine Williams. And he is 3 for 4, 136 yards for Patrick Mahomes passing-wise today. So we want him at that perfect passer rating, 158.3. But that's okay if we don't get him at a perfect passer rating. Oh, well. And Alshon Jeffrey claims that touchdown reception. This will be his 1st one on the season. Look at him doing that bench press celebration there. Kind of reminds me of when I did bench press during gym class in high school. So I did that almost every physical education class, and I benched, my max was probably 160. So we're actually going to do a 2-point conversion here. We're actually going to run the ball using the power O run play on a 2-point conversion at the 2-yard line. So we're going to hand this off, and unfortunately we don't get it in. That's okay, because we're leading this 27-0. Oh wow, there is a fumble, and we will recover it. Zach Ertz, he's going to score a touchdown on this one. And that's going to be a 34-0 lead. So they lose the ball on this fumble. So the Texans there, they were not paying attention to where the ball was after the return man got tackled. So it was fumbled, and we recovered it into the end zone for a touchdown. We'll see you guys when we're back on offense. We're going to take a break. Alright, 1st and 10 from the 24. That's Cameron Bryant's number. So he uses that juke move. Once at it, he gets stopped at the 20 for a gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 6 now. We're gonna use a running play on this one. So at the 20-yard line, so we're gonna run it with Cameron Bryant. So he gets stopped there at the 4-yard line. We're actually gonna take a timeout here, and we're actually going to use a run call that will at least gain him 4 yards at least. So he jumps on into the end zone from 4 yards out, and he gets this into the end zone for his first rushing TD of the game. And it's now going to be a 41-0 lead here in NRG Stadium in the 281. Alright, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. They're going to step back to pass once at it, and that's going to be a 1st down. So the Texans do take that timeout whatsoever. We're going to blitz here on the defense. 1st and 10, 46-yard line, and they're going to actually throw the pass, and he throws it too deep. Actually, too high and too deep. So that's going to be a 2nd and 10 now. And the Texans, they get sacked on this play. We recover that fumble once at it, and Von Miller, the former Denver Broncos defensive lineman, takes that touchdown and fumble recovery. And this will be our first sack of the game, and it's going to be 47-0. And great play by the Toronto defense. The Mounties defense knew what they were doing that time, and Von Miller recovered it and scored it into the end zone. And we're actually going to do a 2-point conversion to end the first half. So we'll see you guys in the second half. So we're going to run it, and we get this in for 2 points. Alright, so we're using a halfback stretch here on 1st and 10. Mahomes handing this one off to Cameron Bryant. So Cameron Bryant uses that juke move, breaks a tackle, and he gets stopped at the 1 there. So he has 6 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown. And Houston has allowed 330 yards at this point in the game. So our defense has been pretty consistent, knowing how to run the ball and score touchdowns along the line. So Cameron Bryant scores that into the end zone for a TD. It's going to be 56-0. Alright, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. They're going to hand this off to Melvin Gordon, and he only gains about 8 yards on that play. So that will be a 2nd and 2 now from the 38-yard line. So there's about 2:47 to go in the third, and they're going to hand this off to Melvin Gordon, and he got pinned for 2 yards less. So that will be a 3rd down and 4, a loss of 2. So great tackle by Tyrann Mathieu that time, as he lost yardage there on that play. So he throws that pass. It's incomplete. 4th and 4 now. And Cameron Bryant, he is ready to return the punt now. And it's 56-0 at the moment. So we're ready to return this one. And it looks like we are going to get stopped at the 24. So this will be a 1st and 10. So we're going to use the strong formation. We're going to run it with Cameron Bryant on 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. And Cameron Bryant, he is still on his feet. He gets stopped right around the middle of the field at the 50-yard line. And that will be a 1st and 10. So we're going to move the chains here. And we're still going to run it again with Cameron Bryant until we get another first down or maybe a touchdown. Don't know what my strategic game plan is as of yet. So he does get a first down there that time. So this will be a 1st and 10. We're going to use a passing play on 1st and 10. So Patrick Mahomes, he is actually just going to run it. Even though this is a passing play, I still like to run it with Mahomes because he has a great running speed, believe it or not. So 1st and 10, halfback stretch once added again. Because we're in the red zone and we should be able to get this one into the end zone for a touchdown. So he breaks a tackle, gets on in there, touchdown Mounties, and that will be Cameron Bryant's 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th one on the season. All right, 1st and 10, so they're going to hand this off to Melvin Gordon III as he lost 4 yards on that play. A 2nd and 14, great tackle by Rodney McLeod Jr. there, as this will be the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. What will Houston do? Make their final snap happen, and that's going to be stopped at the 35 there. So this will be a 3rd and 7. So we're going to blitz here on the defense. So imaginably, the Texans could probably get a first down, and that's incomplete. We could have had that. We should have had that intercepted, but oh well. 4th and 7, we get to return a punt, though. Either way, we would have had possession. So they're going to punt this out, and we're going to return to begin the 4th. Cameron Bryant's ready to return, and he gets stopped there at the 19. So this will be a 1st and 10. So we're just going to do a simple run play by using the halfback stretch play like we've been using for the last few plays of the 3rd quarter. So now we're going to hand this one off to Cameron Bryant. So he gets that first down at the 31. 11 rushes, 141 yards, and that is a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 31. So they're going to hand this one off to Cameron Bryant. Using that juke move once added, it's going to still be on his feet. He gets stopped at the 35. So Cameron Bryant, 12 carries, 175 rushing yards today. So this is the first time since that Cleveland Browns episode that he ran for at least 100 or so yards. So that's something impressive along the line. So now Mahomes, he's going to fire this one out to Juju Smith-Schuster, and that's going to be a juke move, and he is going to get stopped at the 5. 194 passing yards for Mahomes today, 226 total with the 32 from Ben Roethlisberger, and he only threw for 1 pass, and he got that touchdown. So we get another touchdown on this one. So 25 receptions now for Juju Smith-Schuster this season, and it's going to be 71-0. All right, 3rd and 6 now from the 37. There's only a minute 55 to go, and we claim an interception. Joe Hayden, he is going to take this one all the way to the end zone for a pick 6 there. Former Cleveland Browns and Pittsburgh Steelers secondary, 42-yarder. And he throws that pass, so he reads the quarterback there, uses his hands, and Joe Hayden returns it all the way to the end zone for a pick 6. That is going to be a touchdown, and it's going to be 78-0. We will see you guys when we're back on offense. We're actually going to take a break here. All right, 1st and 10. We have recovered a fumble, so we're going to use some Cam Newton because Patrick Mahomes did such a good job. So he's going to run the ball there for a gain of 20 yards on that play at the 14-yard line. And we're just going to use some slant slant spacing there. And 25 seconds to go. We're going to step back to pass, and we're firing this one out to Smith-Schuster, and he gets this in to the end zone for a touchdown. That will be his third receiving TD of the game, and it's going to be 84-0 Toronto. All right, 1st and 10 from the 33, 18 seconds to go, and they're going to step back to pass. That's incomplete. So this will be a 2nd down and 10 from the 33, 14 seconds to go. And it looks like they're going to step back to pass once at it. They throw this one, that's incomplete. 11 seconds to go. And we're going to blitz here on the defense. 3rd and 10 now. And it looks like they're going to step back to pass. They're going to throw this one, that's incomplete. 8 seconds to go, and he's thrown one INT, Deshaun Watson, and he hasn't been doing a great job at all in today's episode. Houston has not scored a single touchdown in this game, so we're going to return this punt, and we get stopped at the 20. End of game. Toronto wins at 84-0. All right, Patrick Mahomes, perfect pass rating, 6 for 7, 199 yards, 4 touchdowns on the day. Deshaun Watson, 9 for 17, 84 yards, and 1 INT. So his passer rating dropped almost completely because of that INT. And Ben Roethlisberger and Cam Newton both had perfect pass ratings and threw 1 touchdown each. Cameron Bryant, 12 carries, 175 yards. The Slippery Rock University product had 3 TDs and 10 broken tackles today. And receiving-wise, Juju Smith-Schuster had 4 receptions, 81 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the day. Antoine Williams, Alshon Jeffrey, and Zach Ertz all claimed touchdown receptions. Rodney McLeod, Tyrann Mathieu, and Von Miller all claimed sacks today. Joe Hayden was the only INT, and he returned this one all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. Von Miller made that fumble recovery and returned that one for a touchdown. And I think that's basically it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next episode.